Hello traders, this is Dan, and at Master Trader we use what we call a techno-fundamental approach to the markets and looking for opportunity and monitoring the strength or weakness when we're searching for compelling patterns to trade stocks or options on. And we obviously are pattern traders. We're looking for patterns that have compelling setups on multiple time frame alignment. We're looking at the market internals, which now, by the way, sentiment, which we read through the put-call ratio, is signaling a bearish warning sign. It's at a bearish extreme. And we also look at intermarket analysis to look for clues of where money is flowing into and out of. We use TC2000 as our scanning software to look for compelling setups that my partner Greg Capra has put in there, just wonderful scans that we use to trade setups on intraday basis, on a swing trading basis, and a core trading basis. But what I'm going to do with you right now in this video is in our green trading room on Friday afternoon, we scan the S&P 500. And it only took me 30 minutes to do, and that's while describing patterns, answering questions. So scanning software is phenomenal. We use it all the time, but sometimes I just like to take a look at 500 stocks and see what I can find. And amazingly, I found a bunch of beautiful, beautiful long setups. So you don't have to sit through the whole 30 minutes of scanning. I'm going to show you the compelling setups that we found right now. But just starting with the SPY here, that's the S&P 500 ETF. It had a bullish gap up last Monday, went sideways in a narrow trading range, but still holding. The breakout failed, the breakdown failed. But if it takes out last week's high, we're bullish. If it takes out last week's low, we're short-term bearish. The first target would be the gap fill. IWM looks great also over last week's high for trading ETF directional. And what I call income trades is we're selling credit spreads. In this case, a bullish pattern. We had selling out of the money bull put credit spread under support. So we would sell it under this last week's low. We'd put money in our brokerage account. That's ours to keep through time decay as long as this low holds. But we would also do a directional trade because multiple time frames are in alignment suggesting higher prices. Just a couple other sectors here real quick. XSW, the software services. If the market goes, this looks like it's going to chug higher. Semis, SMH. This is a pattern. It has to trade over this red bar for it to remain bullish. XLY has been consolidating. If the market goes, this looks higher. MJ is the marijuana sector, and this popped last week, and our swing letter actually traded two of them. We traded ACB, both a directional and a put spread on this professional gap igniting bar, and we also traded Tilray last Thursday, this wide range igniting bar. We sold a put spread and a directional. But now let's continue with the top patterns that I found in scanning the S&P 500. We got daily on the left, weekly on the right. It's a wide range breakout on both the daily and weekly chart with a price void. Price void means look to the left and there's insignificant resistance. So this looks fantastic. And another bonus, if you will, is it broke out, negating the bearishness of that ugly red bar. A little Miller Herman here, bottoming stock, but triangle type of consolidation with a price void. That's on our long watch list. Insight here looks fantastic on all time frames. Biotech, Insight Corp. Big momentum move, bull flag type consolidation. This was a bullish 1, 2, 3 that triggered over the highs on Friday. We got a bullish weekly, we got a bullish monthly also. You can look on your own. That's on our long list. ISRG, breaking, multi-week trading range here, went up to resistance, red bar, broke out, inside red bar, broke out again. Target would be these prior highs. SLG this is a mess right now, but if it can go sideways for a couple of days and break down, this is a bearish 1, 2, 3, showing relative weakness to the broader markets. That looks horrible. NDAC relative strength. The target's not as much though, but this is bullish consolidation after breaking out. Maybe a put spread we'll watch. And I'm just giving you bullish patterns is all that made it to my watch list. I don't know which one of these are going to make it into our advisory letters for our subscribers. Odoffel here, a transport showing relative strength that broke out, daily, weekly. And that's one of our concepts, relative strength or weakness. The IYT is the ETF for transports. Look at this thing. It's a mess. It's in a big old trading range mess. And Odoffel's at all-time highs. We aren't fundamental traders. I don't know what they're doing right, but their stock price reflects they're doing something right. eBay also, amazing. Look, this was the March crash in our bear market. This was 100% recovery, and this thing's up. It's cranking. I mean, that's, even though it's extended, and that's why you can see the 20 period moving average and the 50, they're getting extended here. That's very bullish right there. BXP it's on our bearish watch list. That's a Boston property, so that's the same sector as that other bearish one I mentioned. It's in a bearish downtrend on the daily and weekly. WBA, nasty downtrend, daily, weekly. That's on our short watch. TFX, beautiful wide range breakout with a price void. Look, this was retesting that resistance. This was another retest. So this is no longer an issue. That's no longer an issue. We have a price void here. So the target, 380 area, it has room to go. AEP, if this can trade under these lows, then it looks lower. But, it's just a watch right now. You just set an alarm and don't worry about it. ABMD, beautiful breakout, a little extended now, but we have our eye on a put spread on that because it's so extended. It would have been a nice breakout over this green bar, would have been a nice long. But if we can get a put spread under this little pivot, then you might have my interest. Well, WELL, looks a little higher, but not great. DRI, if it can get over last week's high, it's a beat up restaurant stock. FedEx, if it can get over last week's high, has a price void. Could be a little swing trade there. Roku, breakdown, we've been shorting this in our green trading room. Had a breakout failure, deep 100% retracement, bearish consolidation, and price void. So these, you hear me talking about different concepts that we teach that make up the Master Trader method. But even though this is down 3 bars, had a topping tail, which intraday is a failed little rally. It broke down on the weekly chart, sell setup, and that looks lower. We just got to work our entry. HEI, breakout, it's up a little bit, but a big ascending triangle. Look how these lows are higher, which means demand is picking up. Relatively flat breakout here, price void. So HEI is on our watch list. MTD, be a put spread candidate. Put spread, and that's why we love put spreads. All we do is call a bottom and we let it slosh around. And Eli up a little bit, but still has a price void, kind of an inverse head and shoulder breakout there. ADP, if it can break down under these lows, then you got another breakout failure. Bearish slicing through 2 major pivots, and a bearish 1, 2, 3 on the weekly chart. Spot, crazy impressive move here, but if we get an M top, then these we would consider as a short-term bear call credit spread, because when things rip like this, volatility expands, and we could short maybe the 200, 210 call spread. Not now. This is that's a moving rocket ship. We need a bearish pattern, but it's still going to be on my watch list. And finally, Sienna. This was on our watch list here. It was breaking out on the daily, weekly, and monthly. And we actually gave it to our subscribers to buy around this price, and the gap messed it up. So that's it. Just those are all going to be on my watch list from the S&P 500. There'll be more from our scans in TC 2000 I mentioned. Come check us out. You can get a trial to our swing advisory letter where we trade stocks and options. $37 for a 30-day trial. We have the weekly options trader where we actually booked 13 for 13 winning trades last week, and that's where we sell short-term expiring options around these patterns like this that I'm showing you. They all expire 10 days or less. The benefit of that is the rapid time decay. Hope everybody has a great long Memorial weekend. Good trading, and we'll see you next time.